welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a get ready with me. I can't say a quick get ready with me because you know me, I talk a lot and I try to show you all the steps that I'm doing, but it is just a get ready with me. I'm trying out a bunch of new products that I got at Sephora that I showed in my haul video a little bit ago, and this is just the look that I came up with. Some old, some new products, some, you know, kind of go-to things that I've been loving that I haven't shared with you. So if you are interested in how I got this look and to see what some of those products are, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, let's get this get ready with me started. I'm going to start off by priming my skin with the new IT Cosmetics. It's the Your Skin But Better Primer, like the oil-free makeup gripping primer, and it's supposed to be makeup gripping base, pore refiner, and hydrator. So I've used this a couple times actually because I got this a while ago and I actually really like it. It really kind of hydrated my skin, and then it also kept my foundation on when I did actually wear like foundation and not tinted moisturizer. So I did like that, and I thought it looked really pretty, you know, and it didn't let it rub off my face too much. Like I didn't get too oily in the heat. So I will just start with this, and then we are going to give this new Charlotte Tilbury one a go. This is what I had shown. Most of the stuff I did show in my haul video, so it's just going to be me testing everything out now. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish, and for reference, I got 5.5, which is, if you guys know me, I'm gonna go for the kind of medium neutral because I'm very neutral. I tend to not like more pink. I definitely can't wear pinks. Slightly yellow maybe, but you know, really I prefer more of a neutral base. So I'm not really sure how this foundation is gonna go. I'm just gonna put it all over my face as I would. I'm going to try out the new brush that I got as well, which is very similar to the rounded one. It's just angled, which I think would be really good for, you know, getting around like your eyes and your nose and everything. So I'm just going to kind of stamp it, you know, stipple it, and then kind of go from there. So far, you know, it's blending very nice. I wasn't really sure if I should do a brush or start with the Beauty Blender, but I still, you know, I use the Beauty Blender for certain foundations, but sometimes when it comes down to it, I really like a brush. Like I'm so used to just applying foundation with a brush. I find, unless it's like super heavy and thick, you know, I find that the Beauty Blender eats too much of my foundation. But like the NARS one, for example, like I cannot apply it with a brush. It would look just like a big cakey mess. And I tried that. So I pumped out just a little bit more just to do down my neck so everything matches. And I really like the brush. I mean, it works pretty much just like the rounded one. You know, and I like, it gets around my eyes and my nose and everything, and it kind of, I don't have any complaints about the brush. It's virtually the same thing, just a different shape. So I'm just gonna go around, and I'm not using, actually, I'm using like kind of not a zoomed in mirror, so I can't really speak for what it looks like up close. I can only kind of see far away, but I'm just trying to blend it really, really well. Let me swap this around and just see how it is doing. So far, so good. I mean, it's covered very nicely. It does not look, you know, cakey at all, or like sticking to any dry patches or anything. I mean, I'm really kind of happy with the coverage. Kind of impressed. I wasn't really sure how it was going to be. It feels good. It doesn't feel heavy, so that's a plus. So far, that's the foundation. Now we're going to get started. Let's just do the under eyes. I'm going to go in with the corrector and then the new concealer. So this is the Ilia concealer and then the Charlotte Tilbury corrector. And boy, oh boy, do I need corrector these days. I am so tired. And it says to use like kind of your ring finger to apply it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of press it on. I haven't really done, I used to like years ago, I used to go and do, you know, full on like corrector, concealer, you know, I used to do the whole 9 yards. And then I just kind of over the years just kind of stopped, you know, and I just went with concealer or correct, you know, one or the other. I never did both because I felt like it was a little much. But, you know, then again, as you get older, you know, even though you want to use less product, sometimes you need more of that correction under your eyes as you get less and less sleep. So that is that, and that kind of went on really nice. It's not very sticky. It was almost like a powdery finish, which I like and I can appreciate. So let's go in with the concealer and just do the concealer over it. You guys know when I do my concealer, I do not bring it far down. I don't do like the whole highlighted concealer thing. I literally just put concealer up under my eyes and I blend it out. I don't like to add any excess product like here because I already have my foundation there. And I'm going to set it with powder. And if I really feel like I need to highlight, I'll use a highlighter or like a brightening powder. But I don't want to add a layer of concealer on top of my layer of foundation. To me, that's too much. And I just a little scratch here. And I really like the way, looking straight on at myself, I do like the way that it blends out. I think it covered very nicely. And I think that they layered very nice as well. Because like I said, the corrector is more of a powdery consistency. So it's not going to be like tacky on tacky. So that is so far a good look. So let's do some setting. This is actually the Fenty lavender powder. I know a lot of people have talked about this and I finally kind of jumped on the bandwagon to try it. And this is the Real Technique sponge that I talked about. And some of you were wondering like how I use the sponge when I talked about it in one of my other videos. I just dampen it and now I'm just tapping it. And I just apply very, you know, up under my eyes and kind of down. And I think, you know, I wasn't really sure how lavender was going to be, but I don't have any complaints. I do like it. And I do try to set, you know, around. And I do wipe it away. I don't like I don't bake or anything. But since I'm applying it with a sponge, I do like to wipe away any excess because it, you know, I don't want it like sitting on my face. So I just kind of wipe it away like that. And I just kind of run it around. And then this is just the small travel size of the, oh my God, what is it? Butter, like the more like translucent. And that's the one I'm just going to go very lightly and just set the rest of my face with. Because that, I don't know how the foundation's going to be, so I'm just going to set it and we'll see. So that is pretty much that. I guess we'll just move on. We'll do the rest of our face. Let me grab a few more brushes and I will be right back. So I grabbed my brushes and we are just going to finish off the rest of the face before we start on the eyes. This is the Fenty bronzer that I got, the Island Ting, which is like more of the medium neutral. It was really, this is really dark, guys. I said that in my haul video, and so I'm like a little bit scared, but I'm going to use like my Smashbox brush, like my really fluffy bronzer brush. So let's just like start gently with this and use like a little bit of product because we don't want like crazy bronzer. So far so good with this. I mean, I can't speak for her other colors or bronzers or anything, but anytime, I mean, this stands for any bronzer that might be a little bit pigmented or a little bit darker than you're used to. Definitely go in with very little product and like a fluffy bronzer brush. You don't want to take like a big dense brush and then start like going ham all over your face, and then you're gonna have like crazy bronzer lines and streaks, and I'm just, you know, barely tapping it in and blending just very, very gently. And the good thing with this brush, like I've mentioned before, it is like kind of ergonomic where it has places where you can hold and put your fingers. So you can kind of get like a good grip, like you're not like holding it like this, or like if you follow that, or even sometimes you could follow it like here. I like to just hold it and put my fingers in the little grooves and it will blend really nice. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm not gonna add any more product. I'm literally just gonna blend out my mirror turned off. That's one thing I hate about using this mirror to film videos. Like if I'm away too far, it'll go away. But so I think the bronzer so far is really nice. Like I said, I just needed to really make sure I blended it and used like a really light hand. This is not new. This has just been my favorite blush as of late. It's the Kylie Cosmetics blush in Crush. It's just one of my favorite colors. I just think it's very kind of like more of a pinky nude, and it just goes really good with any look I'm gonna do, like any eye look. I put it on when I'm not wearing much makeup. I put it on when I'm, you know, going out. I just think it just blends really nicely on the cheeks, and it just kind of gives like that perfect blush color. And I love my Smashbox blush brush as well. I just think it's just, I've been looking for a really good blush brush and I really like this one. So last but certainly not least, we're gonna go in with the Cookie Highlighter from Benefit. I did finally get to try this that everyone was talking about. I just couldn't justify spending all that money on that palette that had it in it, because I hate like having face palettes sometimes, especially just like for one thing. I'd much rather have like individuals that I really like, and then I can either take them with me or, you know, do what I gotta do. And of course my mirror did it again. Okay. But I'm just applying this, and I got this like the day that it came out. I think it's sold out. I don't know if they've restocked. But I was just kind of going very liberal with the highlighter, but it's like a beautiful highlight. Definitely like a pretty, you know, in your face, but like kind of still subtle. So I just use like a synthetic brush to apply it. That way it's not too like stark on my face. So that is that. I'm going to start on the eyes. So let me grab my eyeshadow palette. I'm probably just gonna go with my tried and true that I've been stuck with using, and then I will be ready. Hey guys, I'm back. I have my Urban Decay Naked Reloaded, which I really love this, guys. It has like the best crease colors, lid colors. I'm just kind of like stuck on it. I really enjoy it. I did prime my eyes with Painterly Paint Pot back on this. I really like this. So much more so than Laying Low, because it's not that like camely brown. It really, I don't know if they've changed the color or the formula of it, but it's not, Painterly doesn't pull that much pink anymore. It used to, but now it's just like a really like light base, where sometimes I found that Laying Low might have distorted my shadows a little bit, but this kind of keeps them looking pretty true to color. So I am going to just get started. I just grabbed a few brushes. I don't have like a lot here because I don't really think we need to do a crazy, okay, I don't think we need to do a crazy eye look, but I'm going to start in, first actually what I'm going to do is take my fluffy brush. I'm just going to go in with Bribe, which is at the end. It's just like your typical like neutrally color, and I'm just going to apply this up under the brow and kind of along my lid, and just, you know, kind of set my paint pot and just get my eyes ready for any shadow. And then I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to go in with Bucked, which is right here, and I'm just going to apply this in the crease. I might go fast doing this, guys, only because I feel like my Get Ready With Me's are really long and I don't want them to be. So I'm just, and you've seen me do this kind of a lot. I do the same, you know, layering and whatnot. It really hasn't changed. My technique is always pretty much going to be the same. So that was Bucked, and now I'm just going to hit Boundaries, which is next to it. It's a little bit more orange, and I just like to layer them because I think it gives it a little bit more dimension. And I'm not precise about this. I just make sure I don't touch my upper brow bone, but I don't really care where. I have like a piece of shadow or something there. So I just do that, and then what I like to do is take like a clean brush with no shadow on it and just kind of buff around and make sure they're kind of seamless together. And what we're gonna do is just go in with a nice lid color. I'm not really sure which one we should do. I've done so many of them. I guess, you know what? Let's go in with Barely Baked. What I'm gonna do actually is do this with my Fix Plus, this little travel thing that I've had like forever. Really comes into play and is very handy sometimes with shadows when I really want them to kind of stay. So I've really been into like wetting the brush and just applying it. So I've done that with Barely Baked, so I'm gonna apply it to this eye. And what I'm gonna do is get close, hopefully you can see, and I'm just gonna lightly tap it along my bottom lash line. And this is gonna look pretty intense, but it's okay because we're gonna blend it out. Don't worry, we're just tapping it and pressing it. We're not gonna swipe it. So if we swipe it, we're gonna lose that pretty, you know, pretty, what am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Sorry, guys. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more to do the other eye, and I'm just gonna do, my brush is still kind of wet, so I don't wanna go too much, but I'm gonna just go and do this eye as well. Again, just tapping and pressing it, not trying to get it messy. You just do, you know, slow motions to get it around. And once we have that placed, like I said, it's gonna look crazy, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take like a more of like a 217 type of brush. This is just a Morphe one. And I'm gonna go back in with the shade Bucked, which is just like my go-to crease color. And we're gonna go over that line where the shimmer shadow meets the crease, and we're gonna buff that out. Especially on this eye, I wasn't very neat, but that's okay. So I go all the way from the outer to the inner just to blend it out so it looks so seamless. And if you want to really darken it up, you can go in with like Endgame, which is more like that really dark brown, and just like really tap it off and just kind of hit your outer corner. Like hit it, like tap it, and then I wipe off my brush, and then I really kind of work that in. And I'm like, there's like barely any shadow here, like any product. I'm just giving it a slight dimension, but I don't want to darken my eye up. So that's gonna be the whole eye look. It's just like an easy shimmer. This to me is like a good everyday kind of go-to. I mean, okay, granted, it's a little shimmery, but like if you're looking for like a daytime glam type of look, that's like what this would be. So I'm just gonna finish off my brows, and I'll be right back and we'll finish off the look. So I will see you Tuesday, guys. I'm back. I did my brows and I thought I was filming my lips, but apparently I never hit the button again. So I apologize, but the lip combo that I did was the Makeup Forever lip liner in 606, and then it's just MAC Blankety, which I bought a new one actually during the back in July during the sale. Wasn't on sale or anything yet. Nordstrom just was there, and I just bought a new Blankety. And you guys know that's like my favorite go-to nude. So I just like to pair it with this. This is a little bit more of like a darker pink. So it gives like a really pretty kind of nudie pink, but it still has some dimension, and it's not just like whiting out my skin. So that's my lip combo. That's my eye look. That's like everything. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was fun to film, fun trying out new products. We'll see how the foundation works. So far, I really like the way it went on and the coverage and whatnot. So we'll see. We'll see. I will keep you guys updated. But thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you want to make sure you are subscribed to my channel, please do so. And while you're at it, if you hit the bell next to my name, you'll be notified of all my new videos. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching.